Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at noon.
New for you at noon, we now know what likely caused a fire that destroyed several garages in Wahpeton. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Christy Larson. According to a firefighter, they believe the cause of the blaze was caused by a lawnmower. This video was sent to us from Jesse French, and firefighters were able to keep flames from spreading to nearby apartment buildings. At least one vehicle and other property inside the stalls was destroyed. Fortunately, no one was hurt. The Cass County, Minnesota Sheriff's Office has released the name of two men found shot at a home in Walker, Minnesota. The two men are Leo Jordan and David Smith, both from Walker. Sheriff Tom Bursch says the investigation and preliminary autopsy results show the men died in a murder-suicide scenario. The shooting happened on May 12th. According to deputies, Smith was dead when they arrived and Jordan died after being flown to a Fargo hospital. Well, today, Minnesota Attorney General Lori Swanson filed a lawsuit against Savers. The retailer has 15 stores in Minnesota, one in Fargo, and is the nation's largest thrift store chain. She claims Savers misled people to donate items, but doesn't tell the customers how their donations are helping charities. You can read the full report on valleynewslive.com. Just look for this story. Well, it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day out there in the valley, so let's check in with meteorologist Robert Hahn. Robert, how is it looking out there?
It's looking absolutely wonderful out there. Some light winds, wall-to-wall sunshine. Temperatures have already warmed up into the 60s across the region. Not too far off to our west, Bismarck and Mobridge already in the low 70s, and we're going to see some 70s in our area before all is said and done. It's 64 degrees here in Fargo, also 64 in Jamestown, 67 down in the Sisseton area. The cool spot, Badette, hanging on to some upper 50s, 58 degrees there. The satellite, you can hardly even tell it's a satellite. There's not a cloud on it. And with no clouds around it, no precipitation around it, none anticipated as we head through the rest of the day tonight and tomorrow. It looks like things will get even better as we take a look at the first 2 days of that 7-day forecast. Today, getting into the low 70s, tomorrow mid-70s with plenty of sunshine once again, but we do have to talk about some rain and maybe some storms as we head through the holiday weekend, and we'll detail all that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Well, thank you, Robert. Well, a helmet may have saved the life of an 11-year-old boy who was hit by a car while riding a dirt bike. It happened near Northwood last night. The Highway Patrol says it happened at about 6 p.m. when he went up on the road from a field, approached right in front of an SUV. The SUV hit the bike and the rider went sliding down the road. The boy, who was wearing a helmet, was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Grand Forks police say the parent of a 15-year-old girl admitted she was the driver in a hit-and-run that hurt a 10-year-old girl. Police say the 10-year-old girl was hit on Tuesday morning while crossing the street near Century Elementary. They say her injuries were minor. Police used their Facebook page to find witnesses and the driver of the car. The 15-year-old has not been cited, but the incident is still under investigation. Opening statements were made in the trial of a former Minnesota priest accused of criminal sexual conduct. The jury of 6 men and 8 women will be deciding whether 64-year-old Francis Hefkin sexually assaulted an altar boy when Hefkin was a priest in Hastings. The victim, who is now 36 years old, was a 4th grader when the alleged incident began and says it continued for 2 years. Well, it's not something you may like to think about, but when you die, those Social Security checks are supposed to go away. But according to some members of Congress, that isn't exactly what's happening. Washington correspondent Alex Miller has more.
It seems pretty simple.
If you know somebody's passed away, stop paying them any federal benefits.
But that hasn't been the case. Right now, there's about 6.5 million dead people still receiving Social Security checks from the federal government.
We got to get a handle on this. I don't think the Social Security Administration itself is doing enough to limit the damage.
Social Security started in 1936, meaning the first people who registered were born in the late 1800s.
It's pretty safe to say most, if not all, of those people are not still alive, and yet their numbers are alive.
Some checks are still being sent to family members, but many are the result of identity theft from people they don't even know.
If you're older than 112 years, Social Security ought to check to make sure if you're alive.
It's not just Social Security checks being mailed. It's disaster relief checks or compensation to farmers from the Department of Agriculture.
We're talking about literally billions of dollars of federal money that's being paid to people who are not owed that.
The federal government hasn't kept up with data standards.
Once the Social Security Administration reforms the system, they'll have to decide whether it's their responsibility to notify agencies when someone dies, or if those agencies will have access to the database.
And probably it should happen both ways, but this is a no-brainer.
Senator Ron Johnson says this is just one more problem with the federal government.
Government's inept. Do you really want to keep growing it?
Because in the end, the burden falls on the taxpayer. And right now, their hard-earned dollars are going to people who can't even spend it. From the Valley News Live Washington Bureau, I'm Alex Miller.
Well, a touching story as a UPS driver is being hailed a hero after he found a 5-year-old girl sitting alone outside her daycare in Plummer, Minnesota. Josh Scala says the girl's father dropped her off at daycare earlier in their day, but didn't realize that it was closed for the day. Scala talked to the girl and was able to get her safely to a nearby school. UPS management told us the mother of the child did call later that day to thank Scala. Well, you have the chance to get all of your questions answered on upcoming road construction projects. An informational open house is scheduled for tonight from 5:30 until 7 at the Courtyard by Marriott Hotel and Conference Center. The meeting will address the Interstate 94 and Highway 75 construction project, and it will talk about the project timeline, detours, traffic, and impacts. Well, coming up, a TV legend says goodbye in an emotional final episode. But next, we'll have weather to help you plan your day.